Hello, friends. Welcome. Thank you for being here. I hope you're well. This is OJ with the Existentialist. The themes that we cover on this channel are mental health, self improvement, and self realization. In this series, I read out poems and passages that I find personally quite meaningful. Today, I'm going to be reading out a few lines from the book Zen Mind, Beginner's Mind. I really find this to be the core of Zen and the core of this book. It's actually just the preface, and it goes like this. In the beginner's mind, there are many possibilities, but in the expert's, there are a few. People say that practicing Zen is difficult, but there is a misunderstanding as to why. It is not difficult because it is hard to sit in the cross-legged position or to attain enlightenment. It is difficult because it is hard to keep our mind pure and our practice pure in its fundamental sense. In Japan, we have the phrase shoshin, which means beginner's mind. The goal of practice is always to keep our beginner's mind. Suppose you recite the Prajna Paramita Sutra only once. It might be a very good recitation. But what would happen to you if you recited it twice, 3 times, 4 times, or more? You might easily lose your original attitude towards it. The same thing will happen in your other Zen practices. For a while, you will keep your beginner's mind. But if you continue to practice 1, 2, 3 years or more, although you may improve some, you are liable to lose the limitless meaning of original mind. For Zen students, the most important thing is not to be dualistic. Our original mind includes everything within itself. It is always rich and sufficient within itself. You should not lose your self-sufficient state of mind. This does not mean a closed mind, but actually an empty and a ready mind. If your mind is empty, it is always ready for anything. It is open to everything. In the beginner's mind, there are many possibilities. In the expert's mind, there are few. If you discriminate too much, you limit yourself. If you are too demanding or too greedy, your mind is not rich and self-sufficient. If we lose our original self-sufficient mind, we will lose all precepts. When your mind becomes demanding, when you long for something, you will end up violating your own precepts. If you keep your original mind, the precepts will keep themselves. In the beginner's mind, there is no thought, I have attained something. All self-centered thoughts limit our vast mind. When we have no thought of achievement, no thought of self, we are true beginners. Then we can really learn something. The beginner's mind is the mind of compassion. When our mind is compassionate, it is boundless. Then we are always true to ourselves, in sympathy with all beings, and can actually practice. There is no need to have a deep understanding of Zen. Even though you read much Zen literature, you must read each sentence with a fresh mind. You should not say, I know what Zen is, or I have attained enlightenment. There is also the real secret of the arts. Always be a beginner. If you start to practice Zazen, you will begin to appreciate your beginner's mind. It is the secret of all Zen practice. Thank you for listening. I hope you found it just as meaningful as I did. Please do subscribe to the channel, as it will help me reach more people, and share it with somebody that may find it worthwhile. Thank you for being here. I wish you well.